Night, the Hampstead Planning and Zoning Commission meeting. It's Wednesday, April 27th, 2022. Can you do a roll call, please?
Yes. Sharon Callahan.
Here.
Deborah Painter.
Here.
Lou Conyer.
Here.
Charlie Obermeyer.
Here.
Barb Yeager.
Here.
Thank you. All persons are reminded this session is being recorded on tape as required by law for the preservation of records and are asked when providing comment to give their name and address. All persons in attendance are requested to print their name, address, and affiliation on the sign-in sheet at the front door. First on the agenda, minutes approval, March 23rd, 2022, for the regular commission meeting. May I have an approval?
I make a motion to approve the minutes for March 23rd, 2022.
May I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? So approved. Zoning administrator update next.
Okay. Enjoy this meeting, short meeting, because starting next month, I think they will get long again. Hans is one of the things that are in the works right now. The manufacturing plant and the pork and bean store are still in their initial engineering stage, ironing out the small details. They're very close to having it finished and ready to present to the county and to this commission. And I feel pretty confident that it will be on the agenda in May. A couple other things I just thought I'd let you guys know about. As far as other things around town, projects going on that are in the permits process where they don't have to come in front of planning and zoning, it's just through the county because they're basically interior renovations or changes of use. Two businesses in a Robertsfield shopping center are expanding. CNR Pub, they're adding a second unit to their facility to add a game room and additional bar seating. And right next door, their neighbor Pipe to Side Brewing is expanding to allow for more seating. Tim and Carroll, the owners, we were down there the other night for an HMA meeting, and they explained that they're trying to make it a very relaxing spot, and they're filling it with couches and chairs and decorations and things that they've gotten through secondhand shops and thrift stores. I think they said it would be like grandmom's living room, except you could purchase beer and sit there.
Jim, are they going right or left of where they're at now? Yeah.
Okay, so right now you have existing CNR,
Right?
then you will have CNR, then you have existing Pipe to Side, and then the new Pipe to Side. So Pipe to Side will be going in where Sherry Sims State Farm
Yeah.
unit was.
Okay.
So yeah,
To
that
the right.
Correct. Yeah, that change of use was from insurance to microbrewing. So also coming to Main Street this summer will be Rocco's Market and Deli, and I don't know if everyone's heard about this or not. It's owned by Steve and Leah Rogers that own Outlaw. And of course, Rocco's will be at 1301 Main Street, where Outlaw is at 1300, right across the street. Rocco's will be in the old Sunset. They will be specializing in items that you would find in an Italian market or grocery, and also they're going to sell fresh-made sandwiches, salads, and the such. If you follow Outlaw on Facebook or go in there and you see their daily specials, right now they're doing a lot of taste testing of items that they could carry in the future in Rocco's. So
Their homemade mozzarella is amazing.
I've seen it. I
Food
haven't.
is amazing, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a taste tester.
He has a sandwich named after him.
Yes, he does, Rourke Burger, yes. Hey, Jim, I got that Rourke Burger once. It took me 2 days to stop loving it. It was awesome.
Well, I'm
I had
glad
to
you
say it.
enjoyed it.
You did good.
Thank you. Couple other things going around town. If you've noticed, War Memorial Park, the bandstand and the benches are gone. They were removed by our Public Works Department a month or so ago. They started Monday of this week on the new project, which is installing a larger bandstand and more benches to accommodate more people. They're also doing a regrading of the property. And talking with Kevin, our Superintendent of Public Works, the other day, they were out Monday and met with the people doing the work and where they were going to position the bandstand. If you're familiar with music in the park on Saturday nights, the setting sun can be an issue. So they're hoping that where they're going to put the bandstand will make that less interference with when you're trying to enjoy and watch the band. And the last thing I really have is just Hampstead Day. It's coming. It's May 21st. It'll be on Main Street again this year from 8 to 3. It's a Hampstead tradition. the normal stuff. They'll have vendors, food trucks, entertainment. One thing that they're emphasizing this year is a larger kids zone with more activities for children, so try and get more families out to attend. So hopefully we have good weather, and I think if we do, it'll be extremely well attended. It was well attended last year in some
In the rain.
nasty weather.
Weather was awful.
So hopefully everybody can make it out, and we'll see everybody there. And that's it.
That's exciting. Okay, we have an approval of a temporary banner, J&B Restaurant, the Chef Jeff Express, 841 South Main Street.
So as you've got the application in front of
Right.
you, I talked to Brenda, who is the B in J&B, and her and Jeff, J&B, they are currently working on the restaurant. They hope to be open at 2 o'clock tomorrow.
Awesome.
So they are really last minute trying to get things done. In the package, she explains that it will be a temporary banner until they get their permanent sign. You have a picture of what the banner will look like, and then that last page that's the spot they're going into, which is where Ricky's Bistro was. The Ricky's sign is no longer there, and in that area, right there where the Ricky sign is, that's where they will be putting the temporary banner. As far as the town code and restrictions on temporary banners, the rules, regulations for temporary banners, this fits right in. Temporary banners must be smaller than 32 square feet. I think this one is half that size. Can't obscure any windows, must be firmly mounted. There will be no illumination with this sign. It's just going to be hung there until they can get their permanent sign up. Also, the temporary banners are good for 30 days. So after 30 days, if they need to renew it, they can come back to the town and renew it for an additional 30 days.
Any questions, comments?
Yeah, so I remember them coming here for an approval of a sign that went on their door at their old place.
The
Is
window.
that going with?
I haven't heard yet.
Okay.
It will not, it's not going up now, I know that.
Yeah, because if you look at the picture you've got here, Ricky's still has some of the
Yeah.
stuff there. I don't know if that's, I'm assuming
That
it's
is
coming down.
That is gone. I actually rode down there today to look at the spot, and there's nothing right now on the doors.
Yeah,
Oh,
I just
no.
didn't know if they'd already gotten approved for that sign at that location. Is that then by definition okay for the new? So if they decided to relocate it,
I would assume, that's a good question. I think
Yeah.
that they would probably, or we would ask them to come back to planning and zoning because it is an entirely different spot and an entirely different size window. So,
I don't know that they can reuse that one either.
right.
I don't,
I don't
I didn't know if it
think
was
they
one
can.
of those like
Permanent.
peel off in place kind of a job.
It might be, but.
Frankly, I don't think they can use it. I don't think it'll come off like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And the main reason for that in the window down there was simply because at the location they were at, they did not have the opportunity to put up a permanent sign
Right.
like they can here in the shopping center.
Yeah. And so, I mean, again, you said the temporary signs for 30 days, so they're in the process of getting a permanent sign?
Correct, yes.
Okay. Yeah, and also, I guess when I saw Gemstar Property Management, I was a little bit thrown. I thought that was owned by the Ilianos, Iliana Plaza 2, or do they own Gemstar?
No, Iliano Plaza or Iliano Properties or whatever the entity it was that owned Iliano Plaza 2 recently sold it in the last 6 months to Gemstar Property
Okay.
Management.
That's the new owner.
Okay, I
Yeah.
didn't know that, yeah.
Okay, any questions, comments? And I think it's very exciting for them to be moving and expanding their business. It's a good thing. So we need a motion, please, for an approval of the temporary sign for 841 South Main Street, the Chef Jeff Experience. May I have a motion, please? Anybody?
I make a motion to approve temporary banner for J&B Restaurant, Chef Experience at 841 South Main.
And a second, please?
Second.
Any comment? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So approved. Okay, Carroll County Department of Planning update.
You may have to turn it on.
Good evening, Price Wagner, Carroll County Department of Planning. A couple things. First, I'll start off with I don't know if I'll call it exciting news or whatever, but we are now fully staffed. We have a new planner coming on board tomorrow. And with that being said, this will be my last meeting as liaison. He will be taking over. He is well-known in the county, and it's Andrew Gray from the city of Westminster.
Oh, yeah, okay. I know
So
Andrew.
he is coming over, and since he lives in this area, between the Manchester, Hampstead area, and he'll be taking over both Hampstead and Manchester. So he'll be starting tomorrow. I will be with him next month, just to introduce him and move forward. And with that being said, one of the items, obviously, that we've been working on is the spring amendment. And the town does have a amendment that they're looking to do. So I will be coming back in May, next month, to ask the planning commission to certify the amendment that it's consistent with the town's master plan. And obviously be the current master plan, not the one you're working on. So with that, we have the comprehensive rezoning that we're still working on, and it's the ag conservation aspect. Staff, which is a concept group, which is made up of myself, Mary Lane, Linda Eisenberg, Jay Voigt, and Anastasia, who's the second in command potentially in zoning, the county attorney, and a couple others. We are looking over all the recommendations that the work group provided, and we're looking through the zoning in the text, the uses for ag and conservation, and we're hoping to get a draft to the county planning commission in June. Already talked about the spring amendment. Triennial update. The sewer side, I've already worked with Sean Hartman. I do need to get with the Public Works Director and with Kevin and get just some updated aspects from him when it comes to the water side, the pumping and all that kind of stuff, and the usage over the last couple of years. The transportation master plan is still going. It's going slow because we've had a lot of stuff, other things that have popped up. But there is a draft that it's in the works. There is no major timeline of when we're looking to complete the draft, but that is in the aspect. Looking to get the annual report to the Maryland Department of Planning by July 1st. I believe all towns, and I think even Hampstead, has done their certification, I believe.
We have not.
Okay.
We submitted to you, I guess, back in February or March,
Okay.
the Hampstead information to be put into the report. And then we requested that we could see the draft, once
Okay.
it's in the draft, and then sign off on that.
Okay. I'll let Tiffany know that. And then finally, how to get the hazard mitigation plan, which is sort of like the water and sewer master plan, acts as more like a comp plan. It's every 10 years for the county to do. We've been working on that for a while. Started in maybe 18 or 19, and then COVID hit, and of course, obviously, they had a lot. So they sort of put everything on pause because our public safety department dealt a lot with the COVID aspect and everything they were doing. So they've been working with multiple county departments to create that. The big thing is, local communities must have a FEMA-approved hazard mitigation plan in place to receive federal grant funds for hazard mitigation projects. According to FEMA's local hazard mitigation planning handbook, mitigation is defined as any sustained action taken to reduce or eliminating long-term risk to human life and property from a hazard event. And even though it says we will be meeting, I believe we have already met and sent out information, and I think you were part of that meeting. It was 2 or 3 years ago, probably.
It was like the week before COVID started, yeah.
So it's sort of and the hazard mitigation plan is sort of along the lines of the annual report as we do it overall, and with the water and sewer. And I think and that's why we talk with all the different towns to get their input of areas they see that they feel are beneficial for them when it comes to hazard mitigation and that kind of type stuff. I don't know now, since with the groundbreaking of the new fire station, if is there anything that can be, grant-wise or anything could be potentially looked at to help?
As far as, we've looked into grants through Department of Housing and Community Development for them,
Okay.
strategic demolition.
Right.
We've talked to them. The portal opens in May, and we were encouraged to apply.
I remember, I think in the meetings we had, we talked about generators and that type of thing, either for the pump stations or some areas that it was, it wouldn't hurt to see, those are things that obviously you need those should a big hazard come, whatever it may be,
a good point, yeah.
tornadoes, that kind of thing. So that was just a thought that actually just hit me. So anything that the fire department, police department is looking to do, that when it comes to big disasters, whether it's, a tornado that comes through, horrible snowstorms, whatever it may be, I don't think there's probably much flooding up here.
No.
Then we have,
Goodness.
we're getting 2x2 onto a boat.
And you said those are through FEMA?
That is, I think, yes, it's through the FEMA local hazard mitigation,
Okay.
local hazard mitigation planning handbook. I'll send you an email tomorrow.
Okay.
Just to give you the contact information. But unfortunately, my brain just lost who it is. And it's something, worth looking into, I think, since you're especially in that aspect with the fire department starting that, but of course, I know there's things, the police department may want to do. And speaking of that, I know when I pulled in, I forgot the map, the big map of all the new zoning map. Or land, is it a zoning map? No. I'll make sure we get that to the police department. It's an old map that was out of date that they wanted updated. So,
Okay.
I was gonna bring that and totally forgot about when I drove, and I was like, nah, I didn't forget.
He may let you leave.
There's plenty of snacks back there, So besides that, yeah, nothing else. Again, next month, I'll be here to introduce Andrew and then also ask for the certification for the amendment on the water and sewer master plan. And then we'll go from there.
Sounds great. Yeah, and if you could check into the county annual report
Yes.
and when they would have a draft ready for us, so that way we don't hold you guys up.
Yes.
Thank you
Thanks.
very much.
Thank you, Bryce, appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Are there any other business? Then may we, and no public comment, then may we have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
May I have a second?
I second it.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, so approved. Thank you. Look, 20 minutes.